Protests, loot, and deployment of military. This is how today's America looks like. We are talking about LA, Los Angeles. These protests are now spreading across US, San Francisco to NYC to Austin to Boston to Washington DC. It's spreading all over. So let's explore what led to these protests and why Trump's deployment of National Guard and Marines is being questioned. Now, Los Angeles is a city in California, the Silicon Valley, home to the biggest companies in the world, from Meta to Apple. California's GDP recently surpassed Japan's GDP. That's a state's GDP versus a country's GDP. So that's how it is important for the US, and that's how big it is. Now, talking about the protest itself, the protest started after the ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, carried out series of immigration sweeps across South California. Then a rumor spread that the federal agents are running after people in a parking lot of a Home Depot in Westlake neighborhood near the downtown LA. That was on June 6th. This is where many migrants are staying, and obviously that made them scared. Now, Paramount is where this rumor started and the protest started happening. While authorities say that there were no raids, it was too late by then. Last weekend, the protesters had spread, and these protests were mostly peaceful. Now, California is a democratic state, so it's an opposition state. It has 27.3% of migrant population. The governor said that the protests were under control and the state authorities were handling it. They arrested a few people too, but Trump still started to intervene. He did not consult the governor, Gavin Newsom, and had deployed the National Guard. He deployed some 2,000 troops on Saturday. That was last Saturday. Now, on last Sunday morning, there was absolute mayhem on the street. There were rubber bullets, cars set on fire, tear gas, and more. Even an Australian journalist was hit with a rubber bullet, and a British photographer was hit with a sponge bullet. The showdown was between the protesters and security officials, and it was real. Local officials declared a curfew, but the protesters defied the curfew and looted the stores. Trump then sent more security personnel, Marines, some 700 Marines. So a total of 4,000 National Guards were deployed, 700 plus Marines were deployed, and many police officers were deployed there. But is it even legal? What Trump did? Well, as per the law, he should have consulted the mayor and the state before taking this step, but he did not. So that's being questioned. This is the first time Marines have been deployed inside the US for a protest like this. Now, these Marines don't have the power to arrest or seize unless the president invokes the Insurrection Act. This act is for extreme situations, rebellious ones. He can deploy Marines if the government is under threat. So he did not invoke this act and deployed the Marines to protect federal buildings and the ICE offices. Local officials are questioning this deployment. The city's mayor is saying that it was not necessary. She says that they were being a part of an experiment. But Trump is standing by his decision and saying that till peace is not restored, these Marines will be deployed. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, says that Trump is exploiting his power and threatening democracy. Both parties are politicizing this protest. Now, the riots are spreading to other cities, so what's next? Well, the time could not be worse. This weekend, America is holding an army parade. It is also Trump's birthday, and protesters are going all out. They are bracing for a mega protest, more than 1,800 protests, and these are planned for the same day. The No Kings rallies organized by 50501 movement on June 14th. Texas has already been deployed with National Guards. So what's next will be seen on June 14th.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.